oh, I built that, or I done that, and it makes you feel good. That's what you want. You want that good feel vibe, yeah? And you want to learn to keep that more consistent. And then people will look at you and they will say, what are you drinking? I'll have some of that, yeah? Or what are you taking? I'll have some of that, yeah? And you'll be like, I don't know, I've just learned to do this. And you tell them, and they're like, is that all you do? And then you're like, yeah. And it's like, as simple as that. And you're like, yeah. And it's funny. The most simplest things in life people discount because they think, oh, it's not worth it. It's not going to do anything for them. But the simplest things in life actually make a big difference. Yeah, that's my little bonus tip to you. So just remember that. Hi there. How you doing? Hope you're doing well today. And today's topic, obviously, is about is your mental health a ticking time bomb? What do I mean by that? Well, everybody's like doing loads of things right now. They're juggling a lot of things, more than normal, and sometimes it can get a little bit too much. You get anxiety, pressure. A loved one's passed away, or a loved one ends up in hospital, and all sorts of thoughts and processes go through your mind. You might end up going into depression. But the number one thing I want to share with you today is you've got to take care of yourself before you can take care of anything else. Yeah, if that makes sense to you, stick around, because I'm going to share 5 tips with you today on, you probably know these things, but sometimes when you get busy, you forget the most simplest things that we need to do. And just in case you don't know who I am, my name is Hitesh Daudia. I help family caregivers and startup entrepreneurs create a more balanced lifestyle in achieving more by doing less. And so let's crack on. So point one is sleep. We need sleep. Sleep is very good for our body. And lots of people think, oh, to be a high achiever, you need like 4 hours of sleep, 6 hours of sleep. I need my 8 hours of sleep, irrelevant of what other people say. What is that? What is the standard norm? Well, you know your body well, you know how much sleep you need. And if you don't get enough sleep, then you end up getting, like, the next day, you're going to end up feeling groggy. It's just going to make you feel like everything's just going out of sync, and nothing's going according to plan. And, someone might say something to you and you end up just like putting up your defenses, might even shout at them. And, it puts everything out of balance. Yeah. And so sleep is very important. And I don't know, just in the comments, just let me know how many hours of sleep you get roughly per night, and how many, maybe you want some more, and let me know how many hours more you would like, maybe an extra hour or something like that. So on average, how many hours you get per night, and if you want an extra hour, let me know that as well. So just put those in the comments. I'll look at them a little bit later on. I'm just going to have a look at my notes here, because I want to make sure I cover everything today for you as well. It's good to see you on here, Sandy. What can you do to promote better sleep? You can have a sleep routine. And lots of people have this sleep routine. They sort of like turn down the lights, maybe 1 hour, 1.5 hours before, or to dim the lights so it gets you in that environment, into that sleep mode. They might not look at the screen, or the mobile phone. I know everybody loves the mobile phone, and it's there 24/7 with you. It's attached to your hip. Yeah, it's your twin partner, and you can't get rid of it. So what I would suggest to you is, if you can, maybe switch that mobile phone off a couple of hours before you're going to go to sleep, and maybe pick up a book, start reading, and that will promote some good vibes in your body to prepare you for the sleep. You can have an evening routine. I have, if you look on the previous videos, I have created a video about morning and evening routines that will help you, and I'll go into all of these in more detail to help you as well. You can get a better mattress. You might have had that mattress for ages. Everybody loves their mattresses. I know, I love my mattress. If I go away on holiday and I come back and I sleep on my bed, on my mattress, I'm thinking, thank God for my mattress. Do you ever get that feeling? You think, oh, wow, it's so comfortable. But you might have had it for ages, maybe years. Maybe if you change the mattress up, and it will promote better sleep. They've got all sorts of range of pillows out there. Recently, I looked into a pillow that was memory foam, and it was helping support my neck. And I kid you not, I had the most amazing sleep that I had. I was just like, as soon as my head hit the pillow, I was out like a light. I wasn't exactly tired or anything like that. For me, I like firm pillows. You might like a soft pillow, who knows? But that's what I'm saying. So there's lots of things you can do to promote better sleep. So that's number one. Number two, You know this, yeah? I've seen a few of my friends, I watch their lives and I see them out and about. Get sunlight onto your skin. Yeah, vitamin D, it releases good chemicals in the body, serotonin, and it makes you feel good. So if you get a few rays on your face and you just sit out in the park or you just go for a walk in nature, make sure you make that a practice, yeah? So, I've been doing that recently. I go with my mum and I make sure I take her out to the park every day and we go for a walk. It might only be 30 minutes sometimes it's 40 minutes, sometimes it's only 15 minutes, yeah? But we end up going and getting out into the sunlight. And I've recently started looking at my bike, my mountain bike, and I'm going to start riding that again because I think that's my happy place. So let me know, what's your happy place? Put it down in the comments as well. That's number 2, yeah? Number 3 is exercise. Exercise can come in a variety of formats, yeah. You've got to do something and pick something that resonates with you. It could be something like, I don't know, yoga. It could be weight training. It could be HIIT training. It could be just riding your bike, going for a run. It could be taking a dog out for a walk. Any form of exercise, yeah, that you feel promotes good vibes for you. And also, say you're tense, you're in a tense situation with someone, yeah, and you do some exercise, you'll actually take that intensity in your body, that stiffness, out on whatever exercise you are doing. And so therefore it releases it out of your system. And it's a good way, instead of maybe punching someone in the face, which you don't really want to do, yeah, you take it out on your exercise. If you're doing weight training, you're pushing the weights, pumping the iron, as they say. It could be whatever. And it is a good, really, because like what happens to your muscles, they get tired, and that promotes good sleep. Yeah, so what happens is, depends on what time of the day you do it. I've experimented, I've done it in the morning, I've done it in the afternoon, and I've done it in the evening, different forms of exercise. And I find what works best for me is if I do the exercise late afternoon, yeah, I'll have a fantastic night's sleep because my body is exhausted, it's tired, and it needs to heal and replenish itself. And that's what sleep promotes as well. So, you're killing 2 birds with 1 stone there, as to put it, yeah. And so that's number 3. It also builds up your self-esteem. If you're setting goals, and to achieve these goals, it gives you a sense of accomplishment. And so therefore you're focusing on yourself, and you're looking after yourself. Because it's Mental Awareness Week, lots of people are doing something for themselves, and you want to make sure you put this practice in. But don't just do it for this week. Put it in and continue to do it. Keep it consistent. Put this practice in, and it will for the long run, it will keep your mental state in a very solid position. There's been, for me, there's been ups and downs. I've been going up and down, but I know how to sort of pull myself out of it. Other people might think, oh wow, Hitesh, you're always happy, yeah, but I'm not always happy, yeah. I do get upset sometimes and do get angry, and it's good to have these feelings, yeah. But I know that if I'm in that zone, I'll pull myself out of it by doing a meditation, whatever. So again, exercise is a form of meditation. You can do that as well. And that pulls me out of it and keeps me sort of balanced as well. Other people might think, if you've got siblings, they might still think that you're upset, but that's their problem. It's nothing to do with you. Yeah, that's in their thought processes. And you're thinking, well, I'm fine. But they look at you and they're like, think, oh, he's still upset or she's still upset. Don't worry about what other people think. Take care of yourself. Let them get on with their thoughts. You manage your thoughts and you'll be okay. I guarantee you that. Next one, number 4, volunteer. Now, before all of this happened, in the world, I used to volunteer, and I will start doing that again. And I used to volunteer probably once a month, and I used to help feed the homeless. And for me, I was focusing on the person that I was serving. Yeah, I wasn't focusing on myself. It didn't even occur to me. I was fully 100% focused on that person. But there's something magical that happened when I walked away, yeah, from actually serving these homeless people. Something in my body, chemical release, and it made me feel like a sense of accomplishment. I actually contributed to society. I felt good about myself. But but I don't broadcast it. I don't tell people, all of these other things that I do in the background. It's for my sense of sanity, I suppose. I'm sharing it with you today because, we're talking about 5 tips to keep your mental health, in balance and in check. And that's the reason I'm sharing it with you today. So volunteer, and there's so many different organizations out there you can volunteer, but I say, don't volunteer because your friend asked you to volunteer with them or something like that. Volunteer because the cause that you're volunteering for actually hits you in your heart space. Yeah, that heart space, you'll have more of a connection and you'll feel more connected to the person you're serving, and you'll know it's for a good cause, and we are all connected at the end of the day. So just go on to Uncle Google, type in whatever type of volunteering you want to do and volunteer, and then your local area, and loads of organizations will come up, and just scan through them. And if you're not sure, you can always go there once, and if you don't like it, try another one next time until you sort of like gel with one, and maybe the people that are volunteering. It's also a good way of keeping that human contact going as well, which we all need right now as well. Yeah, I mean, it's good to talk on Zoom. I do that all the time, and that keeps my sanity. I talk on the phone, and it's difficult to meet friends right now, but hopefully I will do. And who knows? It's just everybody needs the human connection. That's how we're built. Yeah. So volunteering is good. It sort of boosts your self-confidence as well. Let's see what else. It gives you a sense of purpose, and helps you connect with others. Yeah. Learning something new. Now, a lot of people, when they get to a certain age, they think, I don't really want to learn anything new now. I can't be bothered. I've done it all, worn the t-shirt. Yeah. What I'd say to you is that learning something new is actually challenging you. So if you're learning to play the piano, or you're learning to ride a bike, or rollerblade, or ice skate, or paint, painting is very therapeutic. I just recently read an article that people with dementia, helping them paint something gets their mind focused. Yeah, and reading as well, it helps people with dementia. So if you've got elderly parents and they have dementia, or they're at the early stages of dementia, get them to do something, get them to learn something new. Yeah, even if it's something very basic. I give my mum, she loves playing this game on the tablet where, the word search. She's not so much of a Sudoku person. She's not a numbers person, but she loves finding these words. And she's got books and books. And then I thought to myself, let's give her a tablet. She'll have endless possibilities of games. So I give her that, and she gets through that really quickly. She's just like uses a finger to find the words. And I look at her and she's so focused. It gets her excited because, like, even though it's all virtual and you win like bonuses and things like that, she can see all the money or the coins going into the corner. And she's like, I won like 250 coins. Yeah. For me and you, it might seem trivial, but to someone with dementia, yeah, it's very impactful on their mood. Yeah, it helped balance their mood because, like I don't know if you noticed, when people have dementia, sometimes they have mood swings, and it's no fault of their own. It's not your parent that you're looking at that time. Yeah, it's the disease, the dementia that's taking over. So what you want to make sure you do is you balance their mood. And you can do that in a variety of ways. And I've only shared a few, but if you watch my videos that I've put here from before, you'll see there's loads of ways I've mentioned in terms of what you can do for dementia. So check out the video on dementia, and you can look into that a little bit more as well. I think I titled it if your parents have dementia, something along those lines, but you'll find it. It'll have dementia in the words as well. So okay, so learning something new, I think, is a good strategy. I'm just going to have a quick look. This is the other thing. Like every time I ask someone, maybe you should learn something new, they say, "Oh, I don't have enough time." And I'm like, okay, what makes you think you don't have enough time? Is it because your calendar's chock-a-block and you've pushed everything in there and you've got no space for nothing? Or is it because your mindset has been trained to tell you never have any time? And so as soon as someone says, why don't you try something? The first thing that pops into your brain is, I don't have any time. But it's a myth. You have all the time in the world. You've just got to learn to prioritize what's important to you and shift a few things around in your calendar, in your diary. And I can guarantee you'll have 5 to 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever time you want to find, you'll find it. But you have to shift that mindset. And the same thing for your parents. You've got to learn to help them shift their mindset. Sometimes it's very difficult and they're set in their ways. And sometimes you want to hit your head against the wall and you're like, this is the way to do it. But patience. One thing I've learned as well along this journey is a lot of patience. I didn't have a lot of patience before, but now I do. And let me know in the comments, like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much is your patience, with your parents or anyone you're looking after? 0 being no patience at all, or 10 being you've got loads of patience. Yeah. So I'll be interested to see that as well. I find learning something new, it could even be doing a DIY project. Recently, I decided to declutter one of my rooms. And I'll tell you what, the energy shifted in that room just by me just cleaning out the clutter. And when I walk in there now, I feel great. I feel, wow, I can find everything very quickly. And so doing some decluttering around the house, doing some DIY projects around the house, or, whatever it is that makes you feel happy. Yeah. Go into that to learn something new for yourself, because you're always, that'll challenge you. And then once you've got to the end of that process, you think, wow, I built that, or I done that, and it makes you feel good. And that's what you want. You want that good feel vibe, yeah. And you want to learn to keep that more consistent. And then people will look at you and they will say, what are you drinking? I'll have some of that. Yeah. Or what are you taking? I'll have some of that. Yeah. And you'll be like, I know, I've just learned to do this. And you tell them, and they were like, is that all you do? And then you're like, yeah. And it's like, as simple as that. And you're like, yeah. And it's funny, the most simplest things in life people discount because they think, it's not worth it, it's not going to do anything for them. But the simplest things in life actually make a big difference. Yeah, that's my little bonus tip to you. So just remember that. Share your thoughts in the chat box about any of the tips that I've spoken about today, 1 to 5. I'll just quickly go through them again. So just a quick recap. So we've got number 1 is sleep. Yeah. Number 2 is sunlight. Number 3 is exercise. Number 4 is volunteer. And number 5 is learn something new. This whole package, there's a lots more you can add on to that. But for me, these are what I've chosen for myself. That little package there of those 5 points will help you change your mental health to another level. But you've got to learn to keep it consistent. What I'd like you to do is, I'm just going to put in the comments, I'd just like you to take this little survey. Did you get any benefit from this particular live? Is there any other things that I can help you with, whether it's for time or if you're a caregiver, how to systemize yourself, your processes. So it gives you your sanity and your time back, how to look after your parents, your elderly parents. So anything along those lines. Yeah. If you're an entrepreneur, startup entrepreneur, and you're thinking to myself, I really don't know how to do all of this stuff. I don't know how to schedule my social media posts. I'm doing it all manually. There must be some software out there. Shoot me a message and I'll get back to you and I'll help you out. On our website, there's a little comment on the right-hand side where you can send me a voice message. Test it out. Give me a voice message. Yeah, and if I think it's worth featuring in future videos, what I'll do is I'll bring up your audio, play your audio, and then I'll feature the answer for you so it can benefit the wider community as well. So Sandy's saying, exactly, stay humble about it. He said, great tips. Yeah, thank you. I can help. It's very good. It's good to see you on here. So 7-ish, you said 7-ish. Okay, I understand. Yeah, that's great. Something to leave you with. If you've got any other questions, feel free to put them in the chat box. But if you've got any other questions, my question of the day, this is my question of the day to you, is which mental tip will you implement today? Leave me an answer in the chat box, if you can remember them. Just put exercise, volunteer, sleep, whatever it is, out of those 5 tips, I'd love to know. Which one would you start implementing more today? Or, if you've been lacking in it, push it up the scale. Yeah, that's what we want to do today. The quiz, the survey, once you finish that a little bit later on, it's good feedback for us as well in terms of creating content, because I want to serve you guys. I want to serve you. Yeah, I want to make sure that your questions are getting answered and it's moving you forward on that side of things. You must have got some benefit out of this, which is great. So I'd like to say I really appreciate you. Thank you for turning up, And if you think this is going to benefit some of your friends or family that are going through a tough time, any one of my videos, feel free to share it, to like it. It just helps me with the algorithms and push out the video to more people as well. As I always say, achieve more by doing less. Don't you think it's about time?